All right, this is part 2 of review for your test. Apparently you can only talk for 15 minutes, and I'm long-winded. So this is part 2, not too much further though. All right, so remember when you're multiplying polynomials, you have a couple methods. You can distribute, you can FOIL, or you can use the box method. On your test, it doesn't require you to do any. You can pick whatever you want. So this first one, I'm just going to distribute here because it's pretty simple. So negative 9x times 2x squared gives me negative 18x to the third power. Then negative 9x times negative 3 will give me 27x. And that's it. There's no combined like terms, nothing else to do there. If I were to classify this, this would be a binomial with a degree of 3. We could also call that a cubic binomial. So next, I will go ahead and FOIL. So first term, 6x squared times x. That would give me 6x to the third. 6x squared times negative 2 would give me negative 12x. These are not negatives, that's just my dash. Just ignore them. My inside terms would be negative 4 times x. That's negative 4. Oh, where did my square go? That's negative 4x. Then my last terms, negative 4 times negative 2, would be positive 8. I cannot combine like terms. Make sure you check. Sometimes we get in a habit, we always combine these middle ones, but these are not like terms. So that's it. I'm finished there. This would be a polynomial with a degree of 3. And that's it. Okay, so make sure you just review these. That's 2 examples. We have a couple more. Next, I have a binomial times a trinomial. So here I would not be able to FOIL. I'm going to go ahead and use the box method. Since it is a binomial times a trinomial, I will need a 2x3 box. Along the side, I'm going to line these up. I have x plus 2. I want to remember to keep the plus with the 2 just in case so I don't forget it. Along the top, I'll have x squared, negative 3x, and negative 4. Go ahead and fill in my box here. X times x squared is x to the third. X times negative 3x is negative 3x squared. Then I have negative 4x, 2x squared, negative 6x, and then finally negative 8. I have to combine like terms. Typically they are diagonal, but just make sure. So this would give me x to the third, because I always want to write it in standard form, and that's my highest exponent. Then I'm going to have negative x squared, negative 10x, minus 8. And that negative 10 came from negative 6x minus 4x. That's my final simplified answer. So that would be a polynomial with a degree of 3, a cubic polynomial. Here, I'm going to go ahead and continue with the box method. I need a 2x2 box. I could FOIL if I wanted. So I'll have 2x minus 1 and 2x plus 1. Remember, it doesn't really matter which goes on top or the left. This would give me 4x squared plus 2x minus 2x minus 1. When I combine like terms, they actually cancel. So my simplified answer is 4x squared minus 1. This does happen sometimes. We call that a difference of perfect squares. This would be a binomial with a degree of 2 or a quadratic binomial. Uh, 3x minus 4 in parentheses squared. A lot of people miss this on the practice. Remember, if it is squared, dealing with the entire set of parentheses, this whole quantity, we're going to scratch that out and we're actually going to write the binomial 2 times. Now you could FOIL, box, double distribute. I'm going to go ahead and double distribute here. 3x times 3x gives me 9x squared. 3x times negative 4 is negative 12x. Now I'm going to distribute the 4. Negative 4 times 3x is negative 12x, and I like to stack these up. It's your choice. Negative 4 times negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. I go ahead and add these. That's why I stack it up. That gives me 9x squared minus 24x plus 16. Remember, it does not matter what method you use, whatever you're the best at. This is a quadratic trinomial because it has 3 terms with a degree of 2. All right, next, I think we only worked like maybe 1 or 2 of these. Find the perimeter and area of the figure shown. So first, perimeter, you have to remember that means to add all the sides. So I'm going to go ahead and label them. So when I go ahead and find the perimeter, as I start adding these like terms, I have 5x, 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 and another 5x. So that would give me 20x. Then I have negative 4 and another negative 4. That would give me minus 8. I do need a unit here since I don't really know. I will just use units. Remember, these aren't squared or anything like that because this is perimeter. So 20x minus 8 units would be my perimeter. To find my area, I'm going to use green. So remember, area is length times width. So my length is 5x. My width is 5x minus 4. I'm going to go ahead and distribute. That would give me 25x squared minus 20x. I cannot combine like terms. I do need my units. Since this is area, this would be units squared or square units. That would be how I find my area of a region that is with polynomials, basically. So like polynomial area or polynomial perimeter are 2 things that you could Google if you have trouble with that. All right, last thing. Your test is in Edulastic. You will have to type answers with polynomials in, and you will have to, hang on, I'm stuck in this. You will have to use their equation editor. So I kind of want to show you what it looks like. Okay, so let's say I'm working this problem. Simplify. They give me a trinomial, and then they're subtracting another trinomial. So I'm going to go ahead and solve this. I'm going to distribute my negative. That gives me negative 10a plus 2a to the 5th plus 14a to the 4th. They tell me to write my answer in standard form, so when I combine like terms, I'm going to go ahead and do that in standard form. So I'll check I only have variables of a, so I'm going to start with the highest exponent. So I see 12a to the 5th and 2a to the 5th. So that would give me 14a to the 5th. Those are done. Check to see if I have any a to the 4th. I do. I cannot combine it, so plus 14a to the 4th. Then I have negative 10a to the 3rd. Then I don't have any a squared, so I just skip it. Negative 6a minus 10a can combine to negative 16a. This is my answer. I have to type it into this box using this equation editor. Okay, so I'm just going to remember that answer. I'm good like that. All right, have it memorized. So it was 14a. So on your keyboard, it's only, oh no. On your keyboard, I'm going to go ahead and type the a. Earlier, it wouldn't let me do any other variables. So I need a to the 5th power. The button I'm looking for to give exponents are right here. It's called a superscript. It has a large box and a tiny box to the top right. I already have my a value. Now I'm going to click it. If you notice, it gives me a little box up at the top. I'm going to put my 5 for my exponent. Now, what happens to people is they get stuck. Okay, do not get stuck up there where the exponent is. You have 2 options. Do not click the button again because it gives you another exponent. Okay, so if that happens, just click the reverse arrow and undo it. To get out of this, you have 2 choices. You can use your mouse and click. Okay, that's one choice. I'm going to go ahead and put the next one. So it was minus 14a. I need it to be a to the power of 4. This time, instead of clicking in the box, I'm going to hit the down arrow on my keyboard. If you notice the cursor got larger, that's because it's letting me now type normal. So minus 10a to the power of 3. I can click down. I can even click the right arrow. So there's really 3 ways I can get out of it, out of that superscript. minus 16a. If you do not type it in the box like this, it will not give you credit. Okay, sometimes I have people who use symbols like this. I understand that, but they're not here. It will not work. I also have people that literally write out the words 14a to the 5th power. That will not work here either. You need to use the equation editor. Use this button. Then click the down arrow or the right arrow or click in the box to get you out of those exponents. I will be able to see your answers and I can go back and add partial credit, but I'm not giving you full credit. You will need to know how to use the equation editor. I did check it on my cell phone. It works with your cell phone as well. So if you're taking your test on your cell phone, it will still work. It is the same button. If you have any questions, you can email me. Your test, you can start it and stop it. I did not put a timer. Do not cheat. Okay, but take it carefully. It does show me how much time. So if I see that you're in and out of it, in and out of it, in and out of it, I'm going to take off points. If I see that it takes you 12 hours, I know you're cheating. Do your best and take your time. Please email me if you have any questions.